Alright. Hello and welcome to part 2 of my playthrough. Oh no. Oh, I never went to title screen. Okay. Give me a sec. Alright.
Oh?
No, I'm gonna turn off my webcam for a bit.
Get to work.
Go to destination.
Are we sure this is right?
Wait, is my mic on?
Not seeing anything
Yeah, it is.
weird.
I have no doubt. This place gives me the same sensation as when I touched the birdcage.
Think this is what would bring me back here.
I suppose so, even though it's only been about half a year. Still, I had no idea Alice Hiragi graduated from Shujin.
I didn't either. And I figured a student council president would know better than anyone about celebrity graduates.
Perhaps she had a past here that she wished to erase.
What do you mean?
Those voices we heard in her jail. Those cutting words and that painful cry. I don't know whether she was one of the instigators or the victim of such bullying. However she experienced it. Left such a gaping wound in her heart that she refuses to even acknowledge the truth of the matter.
And that truth took place right here.
So that's why Shujin has a secret room.
Well, we should get moving. What's next?
We may not be in Shibuya, but this place is still linked to its jail. Inputting the proper Emma keyword should permit access as usual.
Okay, let's try it. Everybody ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Keyword?
Keyword successfully.
Wonder if the creator of Emma is gonna be the last palace or jail. Because I don't think Alice created Emma. I think she just found out how to use it.
Classroom? Is this what a school is like? It's rather different than how the internet makes it appear.
The cognitive distortions.
Hey, look! Ah, a ghost!
Are you seriously crying? Ugh, how pathetic. Trying to get us to go easy on you. You tricked him the same way too, didn't you?
No, I'd never do that.
What? What is this?
God, you're disgusting. Serious. Why are you still alive? Do us a favor and die already.
What the hell?
Careful, here it comes!
Can't you get it through your thick skull? No one wants
Shit, what the hell is going on? This thing just flipped out of nowhere!
The room's also changed. Are these prison cells?
No time! Here it comes! Look sharp, folks! We should avoid wasting energy on our attack.
And I forgot to get HP again. Oh well.
Let's read the enemy's movements and respond in time.
It's over.
Focus.
Supposed to be all down in the dumps.
Persona!
What are you doing back in your last with some guy?
What
You're mine.
What is this? I don't know. Whatever that shit is, it's horrible.
What the hell's up with this room, too?
Let's go. Traffic stop.
He is most assuredly here. It must be hidden somewhere within the cell.
Search for it now. Focus on the enemy first.
Let's go. Take this.
I'm not done. How about this? Beautiful combo, Panther. How's that? How about this? Flying up. Whoa! It's tough, but it's due to fire. Handle this. Give it my all. Charming. Bingo. That's still just now. Perfection. Did you see me? Yeah. Huh? Is this stuff following up from Alice's past?
Did she really go through all this? There were some truly terrible things said in the classroom as well.
Why Alice drove so far to wipe the records of her time at school.
I'll use my persona! I'm not sure! How about this? Beautiful combo, Panther! Take a shot! How about this? Panther's almost gone! Appreciate it! Following up! That was tough. Everyone stay focused. That combo strike was devastating! Not done yet.
I heard you actually.
And the shotgun stuff.
Just like obsessed with Cyberpunk or something. It's not like you'd ever make.
Hell yeah! That did it.
Hang on. Something's up.
What do we got here?
What? What?
Okay,
A new skill. Very nice.
okay.
Ooh, a new skill. Oh, look! I got a new skill.
I should probably head to the Velvet Room soon.
What was that rumbling?
The birdcage in the jail is now unlocked. We will be able to access it.
For real?
It appears our most recent target held the key.
In other words, we defeated the warden guarding the key.
A warden in Alice's memories. A key?
What are you going on about?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking how many differences there are from the palaces.
Good point. The palaces don't have any rooms like these, or wardens guarding keys in hidden locations.
It's as if the more we learn, the messier the situation gets.
If it weren't for Sophie, we wouldn't have even made it here.
Have I been helpful to the Phantom Thieves?
Mm-hmm. You know it.
Praise accepted.
Well, Praise you all you want later. We've got a birdcage to bust open.
True. Yep, let's send Alice the calling card.
Now, unlike the previous game, you don't have a choice. You have to do these in one go. So it's not like you can do stuff with the days. They're just
Okay, all that's left is send in the calling card.
The story
What should it
progresses.
say?
We're after the desires that Alice is seizing from the people whose hearts she changed, right? Then don't we have to write something like, "We shall take back the desires you've seized"? Smart. Using the same logic that works on treasures is probably our best shot.
Once the desire takes form, we can steal it. If we return the victims their own desires, everyone should return to normal.
So, what'll happen to Alice then?
Well, she should be having a change of heart and confessing soon after.
Actually, that's not set in stone. What we're stealing this time are the desires that Alice seized from others. This isn't her own desire or ambition. Or like the treasure we found in palaces. There's no way of knowing whether or not Alice's heart will be changed.
Even if we rescue her victims, without a change of heart in Alice, this will just turn into a pointless cycle.
But if the calling card works, her desire will manifest inside the birdcage. That creates a high probability that we'll encounter Alice's shadow there.
We did cause quite a scene destroying the lock.
Whether through words or fists, don't we still have the opportunity to change her heart via her shadow?
Then let's do it. Let's take... Oh, I know that's the dangerous approach, but... if you guys are all up for it, I want to rescue Alice too. Not just her victims. Alice said she wanted to be a ray of light that could inspire people suffering through life.
You mean when she was on TV? I don't know if she really meant all that.
Well, I do. I get why she said it. Because of all the bullying in her past. I mean, doesn't it seem like we saw part of Alice's trauma in the secret room?
Trauma?
It's like an invisible wound in
A wound in a heart.
Maybe that trauma's the whole reason the jail formed.
Trauma distorted Alice's heart, giving birth to the jail. That is very similar to Palace Generation. I've gotta say it's possible.
But how is that trauma relevant to Alice's current behavior?
This is just a hunch, but I think she sees what she's doing as some kind of revenge against the kinds of girls who treated her badly.
Stealing someone's dude right in front of her as revenge to Alice? Oh, that's pretty sick.
But her Shadow's operation is way too massive for that to be all. She just has too many victims already.
What if she simply kept escalating because no one was there to stop her? Becoming a monarch must create an awful amount of distortion.
All that only makes me want to help Alice more. If her heart's grown that distorted, then I want her to at least remember how it feels being a ray of light for somebody. Is she beyond helping at this point? But there has to be someone who at least tries. We can't just abandon Alice.
Oh, Lady Ann.
That could be. I just can't believe she was lying when she said that.
I'm with you. Let's do it.
No objections. However, should we engage her in combat, we must avoid taking her life.
Absolutely. That's out of the question.
Best case scenario, just talk her out of it.
Guys, do you think I could write the calling card this time? There's something I need to tell her personally. Thanks. It'll be great.
Writing a calling card? Need any help?
Ooh, you can help me with the phrasing, Sophia.
Awesome. All we gotta figure out now is the delivery.
This is a special reunion of the Phantom Thieves. We gotta do this right. Hey.
Alright. Let's go to the Velvet Room.
Hello, Trickster. Performing a fusion? It seems that it can gain new power. It seems that it can gain new power.
Yep.
Choose which.
It already has ice skill. So...
Is this the persona?
yes.
Be born anew. You wish to strengthen it?
Yeah,
How much power will you add? This is what...
yes.
The power of your mask has strengthened this persona. May
Yep.
luck be on your side.
Now let me use the shop.
This should be helpful.
Yeah, is there a better weapon?
Who is it for? Who is it for? Which one? Who is it for? Which
Who
one?
needs a better weapon?
Who is it for? You want this
Oh,
one?
hold on.
You want to equip that? Put it to good use. Who is it for? Which one? You want this one? You want to equip that? Put it to good use. Who is it for? You want this one? You want to equip that? Put it to good use. Who is it for?
Now let me
Who
buy
is it
the
for?
protectors.
Which one? Who is it
He's
for?
good.
You want this one? You want to equip that? Thank you very much. Who is it for? Which one? You want this one? You want to equip that? Put it to good use. Who is it for?
I only sell.
What are you selling? How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure?
Alright, now let me buy... oh, right, accessories.
Which one? Who is it for?
When I have more money.
Things are
Now
discounted
it's-
right now. You should buy something. How
Yes.
many would you like? You want this? Thanks for your patronage.
Alright.
You want- thank you very much.
I
What
don't
are
know
you
if that's
selling?
enough.
Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? Are you how many? Are you sure? How many? Are you sure? Things are discounted right now. You should buy something. How many would you like? You want? Thank you very much. How many would you
And
like?
as many of these.
You want? Thanks for your patronage.
Now then.
We save. And let's send that. Doesn't seem to be any like confidants I can do or hang out with anybody on this game.
In other news, Akira Konoe, founder of Medice, announced a joint project with one-time rival company Pineapple. Tech heads are fired up with anticipation at the news, awaiting further details.
And we're having this again. Okay.
Okay, folks, listen up!
Good evening.
Been a while, huh?
Perhaps you remember us.
We are the Phantom Thieves. And we're back in action with a new heart in our sights. A wicked witch who treats people like toys. Alice Hiragi.
You pretend you're a ray of light, but all you do is hurt people to indulge your own darkness. You're a bad person, and bad people have to be stopped.
And all those desires you stole.
Tonight, we're taking them all back.
Okay, next I'm pleasure. Hello?
This is bad, Miss Alice.
What in the... Phantom Thieves? Taking my desire? All the desires I've collected? No, you can't! I need those! That's what makes me the monarch! I need without those. Alright. I'll wait for you. I don't...
Come on, come on!
Let's go.
Nope, it's not gonna work. Where do I need to go?
Let's go, everyone! Time to cheat!
Alright.
Man, it's times like these I know I'm supposed to be a phantom thief.
Fire!
Oh no. I didn't change my party. Or check the bond stuff. That'll be useful. Ooh. Alright. I got stuff from Makoto, so let me put that on the thing. Who has the highest SP? Oh, it's Ad Sophia. And... yep. Ryuji. That looks good.
Yours.
Leave it to me!
What is that? Can we take a look?
Ready when you are. Just say the word.
Alright, Palace is at 99. Go. Didn't need to fight anyone.
Look! The chain goes all the way to the top! Perhaps it fell when we opened the lock. Climbing this should give us a...
I don't want to fight anyone until the boss, so I don't have to use up any SP. I hope I eventually get access to SP items, because it seems like after those few fights it goes away. And there's no possible way to heal it.
Whoa! That is...
Ginormous! Why is it so big?
At least it actually materialized for us. Wow, that is a relief. I was worried our standard palace procedures wouldn't work.
Alright, Skull. Get to home.
No. Look at the size of that thing.
What do we do now? How do you
The music is way louder than they're talking.
I admit, I don't know either.
What's that?
It's her! Alice.
So, it's a fight after all.
Oh dear. You thought you'd just sneak in like that. And what exactly do you plan on doing with those desires? Hey you! Joker, right? Did you come back to... Oh, what a grown.
Alice Hiiragi!
You seized people's desires by force and turned them into your puppets.
You toyed with people's emotions and made them mistreat one another. You even opened up stores so you could bilk all the people you brainwashed.
We can no longer overlook the wicked changes of heart you forced on the people.
The Phantom Thieves are about to beat the distortion out of you.
Takamaki-san, you're so beautiful. There's no way you could understand. You have no clue what I've been through.
You mean what happened to you at Shujin?
Where did... How?
We know all of it. How you were bullied, how it was torture for you, but I still...
Oh, okay. You found out. No matter how much I hide it, the past still comes back to me. How pathetic. What a mess. That doesn't matter now. With this power, I can have everything. Everything I've always... And now, I'm gonna make you mine. All mine.
What in the... She turned into some kind of rabbit!
So this really is Alice in Wonderland.
Oh my! I'm late for Come Along, Come Along!
What wonders?
Ignore her, Sophie. She just wants to...
Alice, I'm gonna make you see the light.
Aw, you Phantom Thieves! It's less fun! Any of you have to be waiting?
Not pretending any of your business.
I want you to be the guy who's so grateful to come to the sun. Here's your your heart.
Better watch out, Joker!
She's tough. So many weaknesses yet, Oracle. One sec. Analyzing. Fire! Burn that smoke right off!
I should have known I should need to bring on to this fight.
And utilize a spin attack for massive damage.
Right. Pay attention to your timing and then let her have it.
Take it!
Alice, why are you doing this? You hurt so many people.
Let's go!
Everyone's in
You're mine!
I'm going too!
No wonder you're saying that means it. You're just manipulating them.
You don't know about all that, huh? I never would have guessed you were a fan. Following up, Kabuki-san.
Why would you keep cannons that attack you with your weakness? That's just dumb.
Hey, check out the park!
You'll have your chance when Alice goes...
Training
Yeah, here I go!
Everyone stay focused. One attack two. Okay. Wicked follow-up, Sophie. This is too fast for us, Sophie. That was a clean hit. Sophie. Why is she so fast now?
It's yours!
We'll do it.
It's time to go
Persona!
to school!
Ravage them!
Refuses to give up. Alice, what made you like this?
Never get undone.
This is it!
I've been doing shit all my life. I had everything. You don't know what that's like. The further up the social ladder, the shittier they were to me. Even if they saw someone get close. Why? Like it didn't matter.
Oh no. Okay.
We appreciate it.
Trash like that is not deserving. I'll show you. You're trash too. What? So letting go. I'll turn him on. Pretend you'll learn true despair.
Now done it!
I'm saved. Thank you.
All the men
Damn it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Incoming attack! Brace yourself! It's tough, but it's weak to fire! You can handle this!
Take
Well,
that!
it's it too! Joker, your health is bad!
Switch out!
Okay. Nope, too fast for him, Sophie! Nope,
Oh no.
here we go! Nina! Nice, like this! Come here!
If I die, I'll just have to put on the team.
I remember you have to remember too, Alice. Tell me, what do you really want?
Did we do
Done.
it?
Okay.
Yay! Joker learned a new skill.
Persona learned a new skill.
It looks like I've learned another new skill.
No! How? Why can't I change? I'm not the victim anymore!
Enough, Alice. If you keep going, you'll just make yourself feel even worse.
How would you know? I just can't compare to someone like you, Takamaki-san. All my life, I'm no match for the real winners. And I tried so hard to change, and I was still made fun of, still bullied. I just wanted to. I poured my heart into fashion and worked to get so far. But then, she showed up again and started running her mouth about my past. She told everyone what a pathetic little shit I was. That's why I took all of it from her. Her boyfriend, her social circle, everything. And that still wasn't. It wasn't just her. Everyone that talked behind my back, all the people who just stood there when I was kidding. I'll destroy every single one of them.
Alice. So this is the wound in a heart.
This power lets me get revenge. So I...
You became the bully, right? You idiot! What good does that do? Now you're just as bad as the people who made you suffer. Is that how you want to live? Like one of those bullies? Didn't you want to be something else? A ray of light for others. And for yourself. Don't give up because of those selfish bastards!
Takamaki-san. You're right. All the people like me, but Yes. Takamaki-san, I want to apologize to the people.
I'm sure you can turn it around. I've been through a lot of the same thing, but thanks to my best, you're never alone. Once you're back to your real self, let's be friends, okay?
You wanna be... Really?
Uh-huh. I mean, I totally love Alice.
Thank you. I'll go back now. This time...
Oh, this is bad!
So what, does everyone just get them back now?
That was effing amazing!
Did we just witness the Desires?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
I hope that means their real-life counterparts are returning to normal. Yes, you're right. Wait, what the... What is it, Mona-chan? Something's wrong. It's not collapsing.
But the giant desire blew up!
Like... No. Just look around.
Now that you mention it...
Whenever we stole a treasure, we'd have to leave the metaverse entirely, right?
Yeah, we always had to haul ass out of there.
Does everyone
That is
have the
most
same
assuredly
jail?
not happening now. If anything, it's grown eerily quiet.
So if the Monarch is toppled and the Desires are all returned, the jail still doesn't collapse?
It would appear that palaces are different from this jail after all.
There's a chance we haven't actually resolved the issue yet.
I wonder how Alice will react to this.
Could we find out when we get back to the real... It'd be nice if she could recall what happened here, but no one shares memories with their shadows.
Think she might talk to Panther?
Huh?
Yeah, you two could really hit it off.
She did say that she loves her.
I mean, it was worth going that far for her to come to her senses. And her dream, I just hope she can remember how that dream first made her feel. So she can bring that feeling to the people who need it. Yep.
Isn't she gonna get
And I'm
arrested
gonna
when she
try my
confesses,
best to
though?
do the same.
Fascinating.
What's up, Sophie?
Just as the Phantom Thieves predicted, Alice Hiragi appeared to change her logic. This would not be possible had we simply defeated her. How did you predict the outcome?
We didn't really predict it. Being able to change is what makes someone human.
Someone is human because they can change.
The human heart is much more complicated than expected, isn't it? Just when you think you've grown beyond your pain, the smallest thing can bring you all the way back down again.
The human heart is indeed difficult to comprehend. It's filled with mysteries.
You're pretty high up there on the mystery charts yourself, Sophie, my dear.
No, I'm...
Sophie, humanity's companion, right? We get it.
You got it, Skull.
Well, yeah.
Not bad, Skull. Do you really get it?
Well, what do you say we head back now? I'd like to check on the real world, Alice.
Yeah, let's get going.
Hey, Ann was very angry with Shadow Alice earlier. By the end, though, she appeared happy. Why is that? Wasn't she angry at Alice? Okay. Anger is not just for hurting people. It is also able to save people. Consider. Anger saved Alice. If someone is in the wrong, anger can be used to show them the error of their ways. The human heart is such a mystery. But thanks to you, I got a valuable experience. Thank you. I hope to learn more from you.
And now for the hottest meet and greet. Alice Hiragi has returned as our special guest. Miss Alice, thank you so much for coming on today, despite the last visit's conclusion. From what I hear, there's something you wish to share?
Yes, I need to confess something. The incident that occurred with the previous hosts... that was all my fault. I forced him to proclaim his love for me during a live broadcast. When I heard he was engaged to his co-host, I just wanted to ruin their relationship.
Miss Alice.
And they're not the only ones. Anytime I see a happy woman, I just get so jealous. I do whatever it takes to ruin their lives.
Is this a prank or something?
All of my past managers tried so hard to stop me. But then I'd lash out at them too, and I'd assault them until they backed down. The only reason I've changed managers is because my last one had a total breakdown.
Wait, is this real?
Everything I've said here is the truth. I'm sure all of it is easy enough to prove now. I've lied and it hurt so many people. And I'm just so sorry.
Is this the Phantom Thieves?
I'm the one who did it all. No one but me did these horrible things. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cut! Cut! Right now! Dump to standby!
Alice. This is gonna blow way up. That news lady even name-checked the Phantom Thieves.
Well, whatever may come, at least our job's done.
Right. We may have gone through something quite different from a palace. There's no mistaking Alice had a change of heart.
The people with the stolen desires seem to be normal again, too. It's all over the internet.
My son was about to blow our savings on Alice merch, but the Phantom Thieves rescued him. Thank you, Phantom Thieves.
I'm just seeing a lot of I want my money back. Well, you sure can't help him there. I'm not sure everyone's actually a victim here.
Nevertheless, mission complete. I wonder what'll happen to Alice next.
It's probably next to impossible for her to make it in the industry now. Her scandal is big news.
No matter why she did it, there are still consequences for her actions.
But if Alice really can find that feeling she had when she first discovered fashion, she can still be a ray of light for others.
That reminds me.
We should still try to press her for info. She might know something that we still don't.
But do we actually have a chance of meeting her now? I imagine her day-to-day life's become quite the mess.
Jeez, that's a good point. Her agency isn't going to want anything to do with her.
An enlightening conversation as always in here. What's up? How's it hanging, folks?
Aw, you again, Gramps?
Hey, I won't deny I'm older than you guys, but that still stings, you know? But more importantly, you guys really hop to work when your minds are set, don't you?
To what are you referring?
Don't play stupid. I gave you solid intel, yeah?
Yes, but that's...
Well, that's good news. Looks like I'll be getting my own in return.
Your own what?
I came here today for your response to my offer. You know, the deal.
We already told you we don't work with cops.
And what if I tossed in a little bonus? Such as running some questions by Alice for you. You were just saying you wanted info from her, right?
That's accurate.
But Alice already confessed to messing with people on live TV. Our names have been cleared.
Yeah, what she said. We don't need you for shit.
If only that were true.
What do you mean by that? How is this case not closed?
Oh, it is far from closed. This change of heart epidemic is happening all over the country. And we know they can't all be Alice's victims. Therefore, you still have plenty to get pinned on you, don't you? Not only that, you already know how badly you've stirred the pot. That little calling card stunt's fired up the public more than ever. These change of heart cases have to be the Phantom Thieves. It's the only thing I hear down at the station now. Do you really not realize how dangerous a position you're in right now?
What bullshit? What the hell did we do?
Calm down. Why do you think I offered you that deal? If I wanted to, I could cuff you and take you in right now. The reason I'm not is because I believe you are not the culprit. To catch the true perpetrator, I need your help. As in the person controlling Alice behind the scenes. The MO in this recent epidemic doesn't mesh with the Phantom Thieves' ideology. The motives also appear very different. These are two separate cases. At least, that's what I believe.
May we have a moment to ourselves? We'd like to discuss it first.
Sure, I'll be right outside. Just holler when you're ready for me.
Now, this is unexpected. We assumed Alice's confession would clear our names.
Damn it. So they really weren't just trolling.
What is it?
When I was searching the web, I noticed some people saying weird stuff was happening here and there. Similar to what we've seen so far. Almost none of them made the news, and it seems like everyone's just trying to ignore it.
What Gramps is saying is probably not bullshit after all.
What should we do? If they decide to scapegoat us, we'll never be able to clear our names.
They're not even changing hearts for the same reasons as us.
If there really are other brainwashing incidents out there, that would mean there are more jails. Do you think there could be more monarchs out there too?
Then what would we do? Considering what we've gathered, going along with that man could be a viable option.
Are we seriously gonna trust that dude?
Yes.
What other choice do we have? At the very least, his intel about Alice was useful.
What do you say?
I think that'd be wisest.
No, wait. Even if we do level with him, how would we explain it? If he's going to understand what we've been doing, he'll have to learn about the metaverse. Do you think he'll even believe us?
We have no choice but to make him believe. Otherwise, it's our leader on the line.
But the metaverse, the jail, how do you think we're gonna get some thick-headed cop to buy that?
It seems our only choice is to take him to the jail.
Wait, really?
Mako-chan!
Can you think of any other way for him to avoid getting arrested? We have one playable card in our hand.
I mean,
We just
he's
have to go
willing to
along with it for
cooperate.
the time being.
All right, we'll do it.
Let's hope it's not our undoing.
He seems like he's really trying to help, but they just won't trust him.
We gotta stay prepared for the worst case.
I'll call him back in. Come on back. We're ready.
Huh, that was quicker than I expected. So, what say you all?
There's a place we need to show you. Follow us.
I see. A jail full of shadows. With a monarch seizing desires, was it? All right. What say we go get you tested for drugs now? If you're gonna cook up some fantasy to sell me, maybe try a little less spice next time?
Just save it for now. We're about to take you into the cognitive world.
Cognitive world?
Follow us.
Huh? Where to, exactly? So, are you gonna answer me, or... What? What? What is... This... isn't real.
Everything here is real. Every last bit you can see.
Whoa. What happened? What are those outfits for?
Yep, just about what I expected.
This is our Phantom Thief attire.
What even is this? Where am I?
Questions. This is a jail. You are currently located within a jail.
Wait. Who are you?
I am Sophie, humanity's companion. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to... What?
Chill out, Zenkichi. You've got to keep yourself together.
Yeah. Right. I can't be losing my shit like... Monster Cat!
I am not a monster cat. I am Morgana.
You finally believe we've been telling you the truth?
The hell? How much did I drink last night? This just has to be a dream. I'm still passed out.
You holding up there, Gramps?
No need to worry. He's merely having a meltdown.
That still sounds rather worrisome. Looks like we blew his mind.
Oh, brother. I suppose we may as well head back now.
So does that mean he can now understand Morgana?
How did this... What's happened to me? Did I drive myself crazy trying to crack this case?
It's pretty fun watching him lose it.
His brain probably overloaded and he can't catch up.
Why'd we even bother explaining it all beforehand?
We all reacted similarly during our first time. Ah, such innocence.
Get a hold of yourself, Gramps.
Sheesh. How long do you need to get it together? Come on, Earth to Zenkichi.
Huh? Oh, right. Right. Get it together. This cat said my name! Wait, are you that monster cat from that place? It's the monster cat!
Not a monster or a cat. I told you I am Morgana.
Since you're cognizant of Morgana speaking in the metaverse, you can understand him here now, too.
Cats can talk if I'm cognizant of it? That's really something!
I think he's going to need a little more time to process all of this.
First off, sorry for losing my cool like that. I think I get what's going on, though. Actually, none of it makes any sense to me. But I'm going to strive to understand.
If we're going to make a deal, then that will make us conspirators. Conspirators have to vow never to betray one another's trust.
So, you already know how all this works. All right. Your trust is repaid with mine. Help me figure out this nationwide change of heart business, and I'll make sure you're all protected. As long as you cooperate, I won't allow the police to lay a finger on you. That's my vow.
Get along with the talking cat.
Oh, man. So he's really real, huh? In that case, I'm gonna cut right down to it and ask for your help with a similar incident. PubSec has their eyes on Sapporo right now because of all the change of heart cases there. I need you in Sapporo Central City by August 8th.
Why does it need to be the 8th?
Our suspect's out of the country on a business trip until then. We're kicking off the investigation within the hour of their arrival back home.
I see. Very well.
So is this
So it's likely this suspect in Sapporo
the free
is
time I
another
get
monarch,
to do
like
what I
Alice.
need, what
That
I
could
want?
be. If so, then I'd
By
have
like
to ask you
increasing
guys.
bonds or something?
So, we're heading to Sapporo Central in Hokkaido, huh? This'll be quite the little trip for us.
Word of caution? You'll definitely want to avoid any sort of public transportation. You're going to want to either drive or hoof it.
Why is that?
You revived the Phantom Thieves to deal with Alice. Any potential monarch will have heard about it. The way they see it, you're a real problem. Especially if you go after their own desires.
They're definitely all on high alert now. They may even try to get rid of us.
There's no way to know who's brainwashed until after they act. What if one of them was the pilot of your plane?
But if we can't fly, how do we get to Sapporo?
Find a car you can use. That'd be safest.
You're not gonna set us up with one?
Sorry, but I've got to keep this investigation top secret. Any aid would just leave a trail back to this deal of ours. Oh, and one more thing. Don't worry about the Alice thing. I'll fill you in once I'm done grilling her. Well, here's to a solved case.
Same here, Zenkichi.
Right. Sorry I called you a monster cat, Kitty.
Oh, you'll be sorry.
Okay. You didn't go crazy. This is real, Zenkichi.
Might be too early to tell, but he's now my new favorite character.
Talk about an effing buzzkill.
I mean, Hokkaido? Really? There goes our vacation down the drain.
Ain't this stuff happening all over Japan anyways? Even if we do solve this one, we're just gonna get sent off to some other city.
A traveling venture in cooperation with public security. I admit it doesn't sound all bad. We should stop by Kyoto as well.
Find that silver lining, Inari.
This trip isn't for our enjoyment. The case will still be our primary objective.
But it's still summer vacation. Can't we have just a little fun?
Yeah, the 8th is way off from now. We can still do all kinds of shit before then.
Oh, I'd like to experience some regional cuisines.
Wouldn't the
Yeah,
drive be
sushi for
far?
me.
Oh dear. We can cut loose after the case is closed.
That being said, we should go over some things before we move on to the trip. First up is Emma. It seems like an ordinary app at first, but now we know that it has a hidden function that can access jails.
Dude, not funny. It's the one acting like the meta-nav, remember?
To think something like that is being used nationwide, it sends a chill down my spine.
The app itself is fine though, right? I mean, you can just delete it if you want. Plus, all the keyword and friend list functions work fine. If the app just let everybody slip into jails, wouldn't the whole country basically be pure chaos already?
We've all registered as friends on it, but that didn't do anything strange in and of itself.
Where did this app come from, anyway?
It's run by a Japanese company called Medice. They're an international IT firm. We're talking tens of thousands of employees.
That's quite the large-scale operation. With those numbers, they have to be a top-tier international enterprise.
So is this some evil mega corporation making jails or something?
But we can't use Emma the same way Alice did.
Well, maybe that's because we all got pure hearts, or something.
Moron.
There's a possibility that Alice had a special version of Emma.
What makes you say that?
Just an idea. I'm grasping at straws over here.
But it is a possibility.
If I got a hold of Alice's phone somehow, I should be able to see if her version of Emma is anything special.
Really? We should ask Inspector Hasagawa if he could confiscate it for us. I'll reach out to him later over it.
Alright, next topic. The jail. Each palace collapsed after the treasure inside was stolen. But the jail is still in Shibuya. Not only that, but the palaces are the manifestations of their rulers' cognitions. But that's not true at all.
And that would cause terrible things to occur to them in the real world.
When you put it all together like that, don't it sound even worse than palaces?
If these other bizarre incidents across Japan are genuine changes of heart, that means there are probably more jails out there.
There could be quite a few of them.
So, we're working with the police to try. Is that really enough?
How do you mean?
If the jails are as dangerous as we've seen, then wouldn't it be bad to just leave them alone? If stuff as awful as what happened in Shibuya is happening all over, aren't we the only ones who can stop it?
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, it's our job to save people suffering helplessly.
And give people courage.
Dude, how could you forget? That's the Phantom Thieves' whole thing.
Great speech, Lady On. You've got us all fired up.
If that's the plan, maybe traveling by car will actually work to our advantage.
There's a lot more like funny answers
We might find some more
in
jails
this
on the way to
game than
Sapporo.
was
works
in
for
the first
me.
one.
A little bit of a jailbreak spree along the way.
But how do we actually find the other jails?
Guess?
It'll only take us about 1,000,000 years.
I believe it may be time for the Sophia show.
Ooh, check the super AI!
I can detect any jails in the vicinity by scent.
For real?
By scent?
A jail emits a distinct signature. When I enter a jail's range, I can sense it.
Sophia, that is nuts!
Praise accepted.
There is still much.
Yeah, this is gonna be...
You're right. We deserve to enjoy ourselves along the way.
All that's left is to secure our transportation.
If this is going to fit all of us, won't it have to be pretty big?
We'll just have to rent something. Who knows what it'll cost us.
Is that why the title screen had a van?
No
Is this gonna be like traveling across
Prize funds
the
of our most
country?
recent contest entry have finally.
Oh, keep your snack money to yourself.
Well, we cut a deal with someone in the police. Maybe they'll help pay for our investigation.
Some pretty big transportation. Let's go ask him.
A ride that could fit all of you.
Weren't you talking to someone about big transportation or something the other day?
Oh, you mean the guy I know with the camper? Yeah, he was whining about never having the time to use it. How it's just collecting dust.
Sojiro, that's it! Please go borrow that camper for us, please.
Does this have anything to do with what you guys are getting blamed for?
Yes.
Then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll give him a call. Sit tight till tomorrow.
Yeah, now there's our chief. So considerate.
But listen up. No getting too wild out there, all right? And are you all set with travel funds and whatnot?
Yes, we'd all been saving up for summer vacation.
Once art drove me to rags, but now it has propelled me to riches.
Yeah, we gotcha.
A camper? This is turning into some kind of coming-of-age flick. Wait, are you guys and girls actually gonna sleep in that thing together?
No worries. The boys are all sleeping on the roof.
And we've got Makoto and her Fist of Justice with us if someone tries anything funny.
Oh, and I'm very handy with an axe.
Yeah.
We're fine.
These sisters are really doing it for themselves. Fine, whatever you gotta do.
So, about what I asked for.
Ah, right. Alice's phone. Here you go.
Nice scores, Enkichi!
Hey, that's important
I
evidence.
really don't think
No
they're
breaking. Got
all
that?
three of them are gonna fit on the roof.
So, how was Alice anyway?
She was pretty upfront about the whole heart-changing situation. When people registered her as a friend on Emma, she noticed they'd suddenly grow obedient to her. At first, she was just curious what was going on. But she says she got such a thrill from making people do her bidding, she couldn't stop herself.
It began with the friend registration.
Was there anything else?
The only other thing she did was apologize. That's all we got. But it does seem like she was telling me the truth.
So she didn't actually know anything about the jails or desires.
Well, I have to say, I wouldn't have bought one bit of it if you hadn't shown me what you did.
What in the hell?
What is it? Did you find something?
I thought I'd find some unique aspect to Alice's version of Emma. But nope. This is just the standard commercial version. It hasn't even been tampered with.
So we got nothing out of this?
I didn't say that. I did find traces of some snooping in her phone.
What do you mean?
Someone was monitoring Alice's activity, either her smartphone usage in general or her Emma usage specifically.
So, like...
That would mean there is still someone out there involved with this incident.
Do you see anything revealing the monitor's origins?
Somewhere within the country. That's all I get from this.
Getting even that's quite the feat. You're real good, kid.
Never underestimate the techie of the Phantom Thieves.
So someone was tracking Alice. Who could it be?
One thing at a time. This isn't our only case to work. I'm sure we'll find more leads as we investigate the incidents. Well, I'll see you August 8th at Sapporo Central. Don't be late, got it? I'll reach out to you that day with the meeting location.
I'm gonna go take a short break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back.
Time to return this phone to its rightful owner.
So Alice could put people in her jail because she was a monarch. Is that about right?
Since it didn't seem to be her version of Emma's doing, that seems correct.
I get where you're coming from, but we still shouldn't jump to conclusions. Like Zenkichi said, there's still plenty to look into.
That's true. We don't know enough about what's happening. We should gather more intel.
Hey, you guys still together? Then come on outside. Check out your wheels. Go.
Chair's really loud.
Whoa!
Beautiful.
Thanks!
Come on.
Oh. Wow.
What's true?
Bonds level 8 still.
Hey, hey!
Ring, ring.
Yo!
Let's go.
We did it!
Yeah, let's...
I guess this is to increase
That's what I'm
the
talking about!
bonds.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey. Whoa!
Oh. For real?
So that's the story.
Awesome!
Oh no.
Gonna puke.
Good grief.
Whoa!
That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
Guess I can hang out with everybody first. Why not?
Hey!
Very well. Very well.
That sounds awesome.
Impossible.
Alright, now I can go.
Hey. Go. You sure you kids gonna be okay on your own?
We'll be fine. I mean, probably.
Take care, boss.
Same to you. Be careful out there.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah! Summer vacation, here we come!
Oh, Commissioner Kaburagi. My apologies. I've been short on sleep. I've not been on an undercover case in quite some time.
I wholly understand. Have you liaised with the Phantom Thieves?
Affirmative. I've gained their cooperation. However, proceedings are touch and go. Some of them are also very quick on the uptake. Nevertheless, I guarantee you that I will win them over.
Understood. As expected from someone so dependable.
Well, I still owe you for taking me under your wing. I'm happy to do whatever you require.
Keep at it until you get to the bottom of this case. But do not get too attached to them. At this point, their arrest is an inevitability.
Attached? I haven't been attached to anything in a long time.
So you say. And how's the girl? Go home. At least every so often. Understood?
Ma'am. No way she's buying anything about that world. I've got to wring a lead out of them. Don't take it personally, Phantom Thieves. All I want is for this case to be solved. And I'll use you however I have to.
I'd say I was wrong about him, but he is gonna end up getting attached to them and not want to.
Where are we now?
Looks like we're coming up on Tochigi Prefecture. We've come a pretty long way.
Tochigi. Tochigi is famous for...
Anytime a story happens where it says, oh, don't get too attached to them, he's gonna end up
I heard the monkey
getting
sculptures
attached.
there are adorable. I wonder if we'll get to see them.
Ooh, I want strawberries!
Apparently, Gyoza's pretty big there too. Utsunomi is supposed to be the place for it.
You say gyoza? Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna get
Why
some,
does it look
right?
like they're driving backwards?
Of all the things to get excited about. It's understandable. We could all use some time to unwind every now and then. And besides, we've already discussed it. We could just go straight to Hokkaido, but we decided it would be more worthwhile to check out a variety of places.
And there might be jails in other cities besides Shibuya and Sapporo.
Not only that, but the supposed monarch of Sapporo won't even be in town till the 8th. We have the time. There's no reason we shouldn't make use of it.
Wait, say we find a jail before that. Does that mean we're sort of hunting for monarchs along the way? Oh, we're taking the Phantom Thieves to a whole new level. This is starting to feel real badass.
Well, if there is a jail, I'm sure Sophia will let us know.
Leave that to me. I should be able to handle it.
You'd think the AI would be a little more sure of herself.
Yeah, seriously, who or what are you?
I'm humanity's companion.
There she goes singing again.
Isn't that right, Sophia?
That's right, An. Oh, that reminds me, Mako-chan. You've been driving this whole time. Are you doing okay? I have my license too, so I could always drive if you want.
Well, you just got yours, Haru, so I'll try to handle as much of the driving as I can.
Does anyone else have their license? I don't.
Apologies, I do not.
Me neither. I want to get mine soon, though. Do you have one?
Nope.
Well, I guess we did just reach driving age.
Sorry, Mako-chan. Don't push yourself too hard, okay?
I won't. Although we might be taking more breaks. I wouldn't want to put any of us at risk.
That's fine by me. We want our Makoto to stay nice and well rested.
So you're going to keep driving, Makoto?
I think so, for the time being.
That sounds difficult. Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, since you've asked, do you think you could find a place to stop and rest? I could probably use a break. We can have lunch there, too.
Okay, I'd be happy to. There's a riverbank up ahead that should be perfect.
Lunch by a river, huh? Oh man, this is feeling like a real road trip. Yo, this spot is perfect!
Is this even real? I've only ever seen this kind of place online.
Seriously. Ugh. And this is the perfect weather for cooking outdoors, too.
Shall we get started then?
Oh, this is going to be so nice! Cooking lunch with everyone.
All right, we'll leave the main course to you.
Cooking. Yes, SP stuff. Finally.
Something smells great. I think we have a winner.
I know that smell. That's Sojiro's curry, no doubt. Oh, my stomach. I need...
The rice has been prepared.
Oh, it's so good. I could eat this forever.
Indeed. And to be surrounded by nature in all its...
Sorry, Inari. The great phantom thief Futaba just swiped the very last plate.
Last! Fate is cruel.
Oh, come on, don't act so depressed. It's not like it's the end of the world.
You will! Please do.
Ah, that was killer.
I'm full too. How about I pour us some tea and we can all just relax?
I'm down. Ooh, why don't we roast marshmallows later on, too?
Jeez, you're seriously still thinking about food?
What of it? There's always room for sweets.
All right, we'll finish our break with some tea and sweets, then get going.
Cheat, hello. Thank you for keeping me tabbed. Appreciate it. Just got this game, really liking it so far.
I feel like we've been on the road for a while. Where are we now?
We'll be entering Sendai soon.
We made a lot of stops, but no sign of any jails, huh?
Well, I'm definitely feeling a little more relaxed now. I wouldn't want those things popping up everywhere. Also, it's getting kind of dark. How about we call it a day?
Yes, we should decide where we want to stay for tonight.
Shouldn't we eat first? What's good in Sendai?
As far as local delicacies go, there's always Beef Town. There's plenty of specialty shops around.
Nonsense. Delicious as that sounds, we must go to Mount Aoba Park. They house a statue of the late Lord Date Masamune.
I want to take a bath first. I'm not sleeping in the camper all sweaty and sticky.
Jeez, we're all over the place on this one.
Well... This is where I come in. Searching. Overnight parking lots. Beef, leave it to me. I'll find the most...
Wow, you can do all that, Sophia?
It's nothing special. I'm just doing a wide search and lining up our destinations. We should first head to the parking lot at Mount Alba Park. Then we can walk to the statue of Masamune. Huh?
What's up?
This smell. There might be a jail here.
Whoa, for real? You can really tell just off that, huh?
Are you sure, Sophia?
I think so. I can't pinpoint it yet, and that may be because of the distance. But this feels the same as Shibuya.
All right then, we're heading to Sendai. We shouldn't be too much longer.
Oh, it's not August yet.
Well, Sophia, can you smell the jail?
Yes, I'm sure of it. So there really are more jails besides the one in Shibuya?
there's a jail, then something rotten's going on around town.
You're right. We'll need to look into that first.
And how are we supposed to do that? Sendai's a pretty big city, after all.
We could check some more of the popular sightseeing spots. We might hear something if there's people around.
Great thinking. And what's more, we're right here in Mount Aoba Park, home to the statue of Lord Masamune.
Dude, you can check out the statue tomorrow. I'm starving.
Excuse me? There's no guarantee the statue will still be here come sunrise.
It's a statue.
A trip is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Once you've set a plan, you must act on it without delay.
There he goes. I'll never understand that logic of his.
By the way, Mako-chan, did you find out if it's okay for us to sleep in the car tonight?
Yes, I actually just got confirmation. At least we won't have to worry about finding a place to sleep. And it looks like there are lots of sightseers here, so we should have plenty of chances to ask around.
Should we check out the statue? It's only a short walk from here, right?
It's close. Very close.
Then let us depart. Lord Masamune awaits.
Let's go.
Are these shots?
Let's go.
No. Well, they are, but I can't visit.
Oh, so this is it! This is that Masamune statue Inari was going on and on about. He looks so cool. I bet he'd be cutting down shadows left and right if he were in a jail with us.
Such remarkable craftsmanship. It's truly the one-eyed dragon in all his glory. Indeed. I should have expected as much from such an icon. We must come back during the day.
Hell? What's all this about?
Prince of Nightmares, Volume 1.
Reissue celebration. So they're promoting a book? I doubt they got permission to do this. Maybe it's some kind of prank.
What a reprehensible miscreant, putting up such tasteless flyers for their own gain.
Let's take them down.
That's better.
Well, you happy, Yusuke?
Yes, now that I've seen the great Masamune, my apologies for taking so much of it.
Alright, that's one item off the list. Next up, Beat Tone City.
Let's see if these local flavors are enough to impress a sophisticated palate like mine.
Oh, sorry. It might be hard.
What?
Oh, ooh.
Holy shit! Is this for real? This meat is so thick, so soft. Damn, that's...
Ryuji, cut it out! You're spitting all over me!
I think Yusuke's crying over here.
I don't even want to know what his regular diet is like if this is enough to make him cry. Either way, food's delicious.
Hey, let me have some too.
No.
I swear, you are the noisiest cat on the planet. Ask him to split some with you. You heard the dude? Too bad. Just gotta make do with the smell.
Don't be such a pig! I'm hungry too, you know.
Not so loud, you idiot!
Is that a cat I hear?
Oh shit!
Am I hearing things? I could have sworn I heard a cat. Oh, nope, not a real cat.
Meow?
what he said, meow.
Oh, come on. You're not fooling anyone. Sounds to me like he's in the bag of the gentleman with the glasses. Oh, you and your cat should partake in the finest beef.
What? Jay, not so loud!
Oops. Sorry. You're right. If you get thrown out, then no more beef tongue. By the way, is this your first time having Sendai beef tongue? I should tell you, the oxtail soup's to die for. Did you know oxtail soup is packed with collagen? A lot of people seem to think it's good for your skin. They say it's not as effective when ingested, but there's a fair number of reports that suggest otherwise. Human cognition can be quite misleading. You may think you feel a change when none has occurred.
She's the next
placebo effect
jail owner, isn't she?
Oh, dude, she's just going on and on.
Does she even notice us talking?
This overwhelming onslaught of pointless info. We got ourselves a
Sorry about...
What? Oh, you mean the cat? Don't worry. I won't tell the staff or anything. By the way, are you all students? I see. So you'll be taking your college entrance exam. Oh, forgive me. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Kuwani Chinose. I work as a researcher over at Toho University. Hey, you guys should come check out the campus. It's way up in the mountains, but it's a lot of fun. Lots of bears this season, too.
The bears?
Oh, you know, we kind of got something going on.
I see. Yes, well, it's important that you do what you want while you're still young. Allow me to
Shit.
Well then,
One piece of
I've
candy.
had my fill of beef tongue, so it's farewell, young ones.
So, she was weirdly energetic, huh?
Well, thankfully, we avoided getting in trouble. We should be grateful she didn't tell on us.
Sorry. That was my fault.
Yeah, now shut up.
Nah, I got carried away too.
Sorry, Mona-chan. We'll buy you...
You mean the fish cake on the skewers with that knife?
Nice! Oh my gosh!
Oh, his latest work was just... Speaking of which, I read in a magazine interview that he's going to be at the state...
All right, let's finish eating. And quietly this time.
Yes, ma'am.
Loading screens are long, aren't they?
Whew, I'm stuffed.
How you can eat 5 bowls of rice is beyond me. Is your stomach a black hole or something?
Look, if they're offering free refills, then you can bet I'm ordering them.
Indeed. You can eat the first bowl and focus exclusively on the glistening of the meat. Then the aroma on the next, and so on.
Pretty sure that's just you.
Well, I will say the food here certainly is delicious.
Yeah!
It was, as they say.
Guess we should leave where we eat up to Sophia now, huh? What's going on over there?
Natsume-san! Your latest issue was just amazing as always!
Natsumi-san, over here!
Thank you for all your support. Whoa,
Never mind,
hold
he's the
on
next
now.
jail.
Only one autograph per person,
Owner.
please. Oh, my apologies, but could the men please go to the back of the line? Ladies first, you see.
Who the hell's that?
He looks pretty popular. I heard that woman say latest book. Does that mean he's a writer?
Oh. Hello there. Are you looking for an autograph as well? Or perhaps a handshake?
Huh?
Yeah, I already don't like this guy.
How terribly rude of me to keep such lovely fans waiting. Please, accept this as a token of my apology, yes? Don't worry, I've already signed it.
Okay.
Listen, we were just passing by.
Ah, is that so? It seems I got a little ahead of myself.
Prince of Nightmares by Ango Natsume.
Yours truly, Ango Natsume. It's a pleasure.
Prince of Nightmares. That's the name from those flyers on the Masamune statue.
My flyers on Masamune's statue? Ah, I think I know what happened. That's most likely the work of some of my more zealous fans. I appreciate them promoting my work, but it appears they went overboard somewhat. Honestly, they can be a real handful sometimes. Allow me to apologize on their behalf.
Nope.
Yo, back off, dude. Can't you see you're making her uncomfortable?
And who are you supposed to be? I believe I was addressing these lovely young ladies here. I thank you not to interrupt.
Sorry, but they're with us. Got a problem, you can always talk to me.
Do you seriously think you can get away with speaking to me like that? My, this one's got some backbone, doesn't he?
Mr. Natsume, we need to get moving soon.
Well then, it seems I must be going. I've a magazine interview to get to. To all those who have read my book, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Natsume! I love you!
Oh, he's just so dreamy. I'll have to buy 10 more copies tomorrow to show him just how much I care.
Who was that man?
I don't know if he was some local big shot or whatever, but he sure was pissing me off.
He was a strange one for sure. But the people around him seemed really happy. Why was that?
Probably because they're a bunch of weirdos.
I must agree. He wasn't at all deserving of such praise, even in the form of flattery.
Are you alright, Haru?
Mm-hmm. I was just a little surprised is all.
How did a jerk like him get so popular? Doesn't make any sense.
There might be something else going on here. He could even be changing people's hearts.
You mean he's the monarch of the Sendai jail?
It's just one possibility.
No, I think you might be onto something. If he's the monarch, then everything else totally makes sense.
Perfect. I got my laptop back at the RV. Should be able to dig something up from there.
Hey.
Alright, let's go over what we know so far. Sophia, you can confirm there's a jail here, correct?
The smell got a lot stronger once we entered the city. So yes, I'm sure of it. And the man we met earlier, his name was Ango Natsume?
I just did a quick search on him. Here's what came up. Ango Natsume, grandson to renowned writer Sogo Natsume. Currently a successful light novel author. Says the guy kicked off his career with his debut work, Prince of Nightmares, which won the grand prize in the Sokaisha Awards. This thing's selling stupidly well. It sold 1 million copies alone.
1 million? That's kinda nuts, right?
Are you kidding? It's a borderline miracle. Debuts almost never hit numbers like that, even the really good ones.
I checked social media, and, well, this whole thing is kind of bizarre.
Natsume's fans are probably going on some kind of rampage, right? There's a rumor that some people got beat within an inch of their lives, just because they were sort of dressed like Natsume's characters.
Right. The worst part is that no one stepped in to stop them. In fact, the attackers were praised for what they did.
These are likely the same kinds of people who defile Masamune's statue with flyers. They clearly lack self-restraint.
The fans at the station seemed really passionate too. It was almost like they were part of a cult.
I'm checking some of the online forums. Looks like there's about 100 threads created about this dude almost every day. And they're all positive. Not only that, but all of these IP addresses are from Sendai.
That's crazy suspicious. This is definitely our guy then, right?
He's definitely it.
That's true. We haven't determined his abilities as a writer yet.
If he really is just some freakishly talented writer, then the jail here has nothing to do with him, and he earned all that praise, right?
But there's still a chance he's our monarch too, ain't there?
That's what we're gonna find out. Tomorrow, we'll go into town and see what intel we can dig up. If he's the monarch, then there's a good chance we'll run into some victims who've had their hearts changed, just like in Shibuya.
Oh yeah, we should probably let Inspector Gramps know too, huh?
Good idea. He might be able to give us some other clues too.
Okay, well, I guess we should all probably hit the hay. We've got a busy day tomorrow.
So... why the hell are we sleeping up top? Might as well be sleeping outside. Ain't it gonna be cramped?
There's nothing we can do. There isn't enough room in the car. Besides, it's not as bad as you say. Back when there were more students at the atelier, it was
I
quite
really
normal
don't
for
know
us to
how they're
sleep
all gonna
huddled
fit in
together
there.
due to lack of space.
Man, you always keep cool in the weirdest possible way. You know that? Come on, guys. Are we really just gonna call it a night? Shouldn't we, like, all be playing cards till super late or stargazing or something? Ain't that the kind of shit we're supposed to do on a big trip like this?
Why don't they just sleep on the ground?
Sure, whatever. But, I mean, come on, dude. Something ain't right here.
Forget it, Ryuji. We're up early tomorrow anyway, so you'd better get some rest.
Man, it's gonna be hot as hell with 3 of us and Morgana, ain't it?
Very true. That fur certainly won't help things either.
Morgana should definitely sleep
I
outside.
can't help that I'm a cat. Not that I'm
No one's
actually
gonna...
a cat, though.
Guys, shut up.
Shit. Sorry.
Wrong.
Awesome!
Aww. Yeah.
Seems like these investigations will be a normal thing. Can't do my investigation button in the real world in this one, I guess. Also, kind of wish I could run. The walk's kind of slow.
Yo!
Yes.
Didn't give me much.
Something is amiss.
Hey.
Let's go back.
Seems like people are talking.
That's what I thought.
Let's go back.
What did you say? Really?
That helps out a little bit.
Oh. Oh.
Why are they just frozen here?
Hey.
Who else is talking?
Wait.
Something is amiss.
Hey.
Well, hello. So that's what you're getting? Can you hold up? So that's what you... Thank you very much. We reckon. Can you hold? We reckon. Can you hold? So that's what you... Thank you. So that's... Can you hold? We reckon. Can you hold all that? Stop by again, okay?
Alright, I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm back.
My.
I've explored almost all the places here. Where else would I do the investigation? Wait. Oh, no, can't go that way.
Wait, please hold on.
I talked to this guy already, right?
By the way.
What's that? That up. Sweet, thanks!
I'm just gonna keep tapping A.
Well, Daryl, here you are. Please come back soon.
Hopefully, no. Who did I not see yet?
I can take your order whenever. Have you decided to see you again?
Up there, I just
What
need to
is it
visit the
that you
store.
Stay
No,
safe
that
out
doesn't
there.
tell me what it did.
All right. Leave
Let's
it
go.
to me.
That smug bastard's being promoted all over the place. Like I'm going insane.
That's quite a crowd for a book signing.
Oh, there's so many people. Is he gonna give out his keyword for Emma and change every... We should keep an eye on him for now.
Natsume-san, I was so touched by your book.
Yeah, well, I bought 100. Some to read, some
My goodness. Thank you. I'm flattered.
Reading your book somehow gives me I won't rest until each and every one of my friends knows about your book.
Well, I have said that I want my book to reach as many people as possible. I can't help but feel guilty, though. Be sure...
No, it's okay. I'm I heard the reason he started writing novels was for this poor girl who's bedridden in the hospital. Supposedly, he wanted her to keep fighting.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. He's just so compassionate. It's like
He's
a
trying to
saint.
say, oh, don't do this because he wants him to seem not guilty when he really
Even
is.
real life is like a novel sometimes. We have to tell the whole world about all.
I'd expected as much, but...
Do you think that bit about the girl in the hospital is for real?
Dude didn't seem like the type, if you ask me.
don't think Natsume said anything resembling a keyword.
Could it be because he really isn't a monarch? Or perhaps he's just being careful.
If he is the monarch, maybe everyone here's already had their hearts changed.
Meaning he wouldn't need to give out his keyword. Hey, Inari, what's that you've been reading?
Ango Natsume's novel, Prince of Night.
Inari? You actually bought that thing?
I simply wanted to check whether the content of the book was truly deserving of the fervent praise it's received.
Well, how is it?
How should I put it? For any creative work, one should be able to feel some sense of its creator's passion. No matter how crude or unrefined the work may be, there should always be some sort of spark present to those engaging with it. I'm not terribly well versed in the literary arts, but I feel nothing when reading this book. The sentences are formed well enough, but what's here is shockingly hollow. It's as if these words have been taken from someone else and given the most bare minimum coat of paint possible.
Let me see. Oh, wow. This line here is lifted from an anime from 2 years ago. The words got changed a bit, but that's definitely it. Sneaky. I think I've seen this one before, too. And this one. Sheesh. This one, too. Wait. Is this whole book just a bunch of stuff he ripped off and strung together? If the original writers, or worse, their fans, ever saw this, there'd be a frickin' riot online.
I can't possibly fathom how such a fraudulent piece of work garnered this much praise. That is, unless the fans had their desires stolen.
With all that we know now, it's safe to say there's definitely something going on here.
If only we knew the keyword, we can investigate the jail for ourselves.
Think we should ask some of his fans? They've all had their desires taken, right?
If this is anything like the situation in Shibuya, I doubt they'll tell us anything.
Guess we're kinda stuck then. Have we heard anything from Gramps yet?
He said he'd be here by tonight. Maybe he learned something.
All right then. I guess we should go ahead and wait for Inspector Hasagawa then.
Hold on. Why do you think Natsume wrote this novel? No. Somehow I don't... No matter how much praise your work receives, if it was built on the backs of others, then you cannot truly call that praise your own. Those compliments will surely ring empty. Anyone in the arts should know this. That is why I don't understand. What was he thinking when he wrote this novel?
What are you two doing? Let's get going.
My apologies. It wasn't my...
Pretty nice ride you've got here. And I gotta say, I didn't expect Sendai to be on the agenda. How'd you know there was a jail here?
Well, about that...
I smelled it.
You smelled it?
Anyways, have you learned anything new?
Yes. Ango Natsume, right? Yeah, he's suspicious all right. His book's been selling like crazy, but only here in Sendai. Most of the other stuff I've heard lines up with what you guys told me. Anyhow, I did some asking around, and here's what I found. Apparently, everyone in Natsume's little fan club becomes friends with him through Emma. And once that happens, they start buying his book any and every chance they get. Some even go into debt because of it. Any of this sound familiar?
It's just like what happened with Alice.
He might have different methods from Alice Hiragi, but I'm almost certain Natsume's using the same power.
In that case, we really need to get our hands on his keyword.
Can't we just nab this shithead and make him cough it up?
Ugh, do that? And I would have to arrest you for assault. You can ramble on about jails all you want. Best case scenario is you getting dragged off to a mental institution.
Ah, right.
Well, we're Phantom Thieves, so going at it directly's not preferred anyway.
Ah, there goes Beauty Thief. Always trying to be elegant and subtle and stuff.
Beauty what?
My name is Beauty.
I see. She's really calling herself that?
Getting back on track,
We gotta think of a way to get that keyword.
That's where I come in. You better think.
Or what?
Natsume's holding a party tonight in celebration of Prince of Nightmares, passing over 1 million in sales. And I just happen to have enough invitations for all of you. Which means...
We're crashing a party?
Hey, that sounds fun as hell, don't you think?
Nobody's gonna care what you're wearing. Just pretend you work in the industry or something. So, what do you think? Glad we struck a deal?
You did pretty good, Gramps.
Yeah, nice one, Gramps.
I must admit, I'm seeing you in a whole new light, Gramps.
Yeah, you really came through, Gramps.
I knew we could count on you, Gramps-son.
Come on, guys. At least call me by my name.
Don't feel bad, Gramps.
Even the AI. Let's make it
Thank
fun.
you all very much for coming today. This is just a small token of my appreciation.
I hate
Nevertheless,
his
I
face.
hope you enjoy
just his
yourselves.
smiling face. I don't like him.
Congratulations, Mr. Natsume. Truly.
It's all thanks to everyone working so hard to push sales. All I did was write.
Oh, you're too modest.
It really is impressive how well you've done, considering the amount of competition there is these days. But I know we tried to promote you early on as the grandson of renowned writer Sogo Natsume, but I never would have expected you to perform this well.
The praise you've received is due entirely to your talent, Mr. Natsume. You're a shining star to readers and authors alike.
My talent, you say? The words on the page matter little. If there's something worth talking from there, all one needs to do is craft a little story into it. And voila! For example, take that origin story about how I started writing because of some poor girl in the hospital.
Pardon my asking, but is that story really true, Mr. Natsume?
No.
I'm afraid that's my little secret. Truth, fiction. Does anyone really care? You might recall Ichiryusai Madarame's confession on TV not too long ago. Surely you remember. His signature piece. What was the name of it?
Oh, do you mean the Sayuri?
Ah, yes, that's it. The Sayuri. That piece was certainly lauded as the pinnacle of beauty at the time. But if you ask me, the only place it belongs now is the trash.
Dick!
The trash! How rude! He has no idea what was put into that painting. Who does he think he is?
Yusuke, I know how you feel, but...
I'm all right. I have a favor to ask. Would you mind if I handled this? I promise I'll get the...
But...
There's a good chance he remembers your faces from the other day. However, I was toward the back of the crowd, so there's a good chance he won't recognize me.
Right.
Good luck.
Thank you. Pardon me for interrupting.
Who are you?
Forgive me. I was hoping I might trouble you for an autograph.
Hey, Mr. Natsume is a busy man. You can trouble him later.
Come now. I'm sure one autograph won't hurt.
You mean it? To receive an autograph from the great Ongo Natsume him...
Nonsense. Don't sell yourself short. It's readers like you who allow authors like me to keep writing.
I see. That's a wonderful way to look at it. Oh, right. Do you by any...
Of course! With how convenient it is, how could I not?
If you don't mind, could you please add me to your friends list? It would be a privilege.
Not at all. My fans and readers mean the world to me. The keyword is Prince of Nightmares.
Thank you very much. Now, there is one more thing. I overheard you and your... If I'm not mistaken, you said it should be thrown out with the trash.
Ah, so you heard that, did you? Is that what I said? Well, I take it someone of your... In the end, that painting only held value...
The Sayuri was painted by my mother. This may be unprofessional of me, but professionalism be damned. My mother painted the Sayuri at the cost of her own life. That painting was crafted with a love that simply cannot be found anywhere else. Don't you dare lump it in with that soulless drivel you cobbled together from authors far more talented than you.
Hey, you can't...
I merely spoke the truth. We've got what we came for. Let's head outside, yes?
Soulless drivel? That little bastard. What the hell does he know?
Yeah, it's all right, Mr. Natsume. He's just, looking to... Don't let him get to you. Shut up!
No matter. He'll come around just like the rest.
I wonder if each jail is going to be connected to another person, because the last one kind of revolved around An.
My apologies. I couldn't hold myself back. I suppose I still have much to learn.
Dude, don't sweat it. It worked out. We got the keyword, so we're all good.
Yeah, you did great.
I don't expect there to be like 7 or 8 jails.
Well,
There's
can't
probably
say
going to
my
be at
assessment
most
of his
like
book
4.
was entirely correct. Whatever someone feels from a work of art, no matter what that work may be, ultimately comes down to the individual.
Yeah, well, for what it's worth, we all loved seeing you stick it to that creepy Nari.
In any case, we've got the keyword now. All that's left is to find our entry point.
Sendai Station would be a good place to look. How come? The smell isn't as strong there. The security's probably more lax. The station should be a safe point of entry, just like in Shibuya.
So I guess we're doing it then.
Yeah, we've got everything we need. Tomorrow, that jail's getting a visit from the Phantom Thief.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Yusuke might have been acting calm just now. Why was that? Oh, so when someone disrespects something important to you, it makes you more sad than angry. At the very least, Yusuke seemed to feel that way. Thank you for explaining that to me.
More points, and the Velvet Room.
I've been waiting for you. The desires in this place have been stolen as well. The voices of countless hearts are stirring about. At the same time, I can feel the threat of the calamity is only growing stronger. I have called you here to deliver important news. The bonds you have forged will now impart this. There is no doubt.
Yay.
May luck.
Snap out of it, Ryuji. We're about to head in.
I know.
What, you think it's Christmas morning or something?
Any idea how big this place is?
Based on the smell, I'd say it covers nearly all of Sendai.
That's quite big.
Considering what's happening throughout the city, the scale makes sense. But that's all coming to an end.
Right. We're heading into the Sendai jail. Hey.
Yo!
No.
Annie!
Yummy. Yummy.
Whoa, amazing!
Hey! No way, man.
Alright, let's head to the camp.
Let's get to work.
What's on the menu?
You're going to cook? Good choice.
Alright, I need some pork and rice. Now that I can finally make some SP items, won't have to return as often.
I've been thinking. At any rate.
Speaking of which...
What'll it come again?
Take your time. So that's what you're getting?
Can you hold all that?
So that's what you're getting?
Can you hold all that?
We recommend that.
Can you hold all that?
Thank you!
Let's get to work.
Just need to stretch real quick. Alright.
What should we make?
I can help. So that's what you're making.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it smells. Good idea.
Very nice.
Ooh. What are you looking for today? Things are discounted right now. You should buy something. What are you looking for today? You want this
Get a
one?
new
You want to
weapon
equip
for
that?
him.
Thank you very much.
It's a new...
Which one?
Oh, that literally cost me all my money.
Who's it for? Come in. Are you sure?
Explore the jail.
All right, let's get going.
So that's it.
Once again, the domain reflects who's within.
Let's take out Sophia for Yusuke. Let's get the lower level party members on so I can level them up. Alright, let's go.
Well, we made it to the jail. I'd say that settles it.
So him being all popular is a total lie.
Doesn't he feel any remorse for obtaining his success this way?
That's just how smug assholes like him think. You can't just let it keep happening.
There's a large tower in the distance.
Probably. I smell treasure. I mean, desires.
Mount Alba's over that way.
Let's go. All right.
All right, let's get to it.
I have way too many bond points, so let's get this up. Alright. Yes, this is very helpful. So is that. Alright, use them all.
I can see it. What was that?
Fire! Here I go! Go, go, go!
It's over.
Got him.
What's that?
And here I thought they'd put up a fight.
Who are you?
I am Doma, one of the fearsome four and servant to the Prince of Nightmares!
The Fearsome Four!
Oh, no, no, no. He did not just say that. There's no way someone would be this cliche.
He kinda just looks like...
I am the Guardian. If you wish to pass, you'll have to defeat me in combat. But be warned, I will not pause. In the name of the Fearsome Four, I will slay you where you stand. Come, chosen heroes!
Take this!
Let me in! Huh? Or came in swinging for extra courage! Where that come from? Go, Noir! That's not for a loop! That's it, Noir! Shall we begin?
That was not hard at all.
Oh, nice! Did we get him?
Very well. To best us is to overcome the Overlord's most powerful. I pray.
Huh? The hell? Where are we now?
Who is that? You're in... Looks like we're in front of that castle we saw earlier.
Does that mean we were brought here by some kind of magic?
My guess is it was that fearsome four guy's doing. You heard that "I pray you lose your way" crap, right? They're just punching bags for the player or hero or whoever.
I'm sorry.
Chosen heroes and demons and shit? That's classic video games and manga business.
I believe this is the world from Natsume's novel, Prince of Nightmares.
You mean we're in a novel?
You've read it, haven't you, Fox? What's it about?
A man living a completely normal life in our world is reborn as a demon overlord in another. Making the most of his villainous new role, he then attempts to repel the heroes who come to slay him. To that end, he deploys a number of traps about his castle, along with a group known as the Fearsome...
And that's why he called us heroes earlier?
So are the heroes the real bad guys of the story then?
Yes, that's correct. Am I to assume you've read it too?
Nah, I just skimmed it. But I've seen enough of that kind of thing to guess where it was going.
So it's our job to challenge...
That's true? Then I guess this all works out pretty nicely. And if this place is from Natsume's book, which means everyone's desires are in there too.
Right. Let's see if we can find a way inside.
Huh?
Well, yes.
Dude, an Overlord's castle though? This is actually kind of sick.
Pipe down, Skull. We're on enemy turf, remember?
Oh yeah, sorry.
First things first. Let's get an idea of our surroundings.
No turning back now.
Leave it to me.
Hold up. We got searchlights ahead. Security here's pretty tight.
It appears the gate is closed as well. In that case, let us...
Where I just came from. Can I save? No. That's unfortunate. Alright, I was gonna end it there, but I would rather wait until I can get to a save point, but I'm still going to take a little break then, and I will be right back. Alright. Hoping to get to a safe point soon.
Get a load of that gate.
Well, we ain't busting that thing open anytime soon.
We don't have any other option.
Hold on. I believe I read something about this gate in his book. Here. Supposedly, it's the Gate of Trials, designed to deny the hero's entry. It's a test to see whether the hero is worthy to face the Overlord. To open it, they must overcome 3 trials and obtain proof of victory.
Dude, this is a video game.
This Overlord wants to keep the heroes out, right? Why doesn't he just build a gate that doesn't open?
That's just how it goes. The story couldn't progress if the heroes didn't have a chance.
So where exactly are we supposed to find this proof?
It's being held in 3 different towers placed outside the castle. It says here that the towers are guarded by the Fearsome Four themselves.
They're called the Fearsome Four, but there's a...
This guy's writing's all over the place.
One of the towers apparently stands near something called the Great River.
Well, the Hirose River runs right through Sendai in the real world, and that's pretty big.
It's gotta be it. Okay, let's see if we can find that river.
Not yet. Alright. I really hope they can let me leave soon because... I'd like to stop at a good point. Probably can't save until the checkpoints let me leave.
The Hirose River should...
Hey, doesn't that tower look a lot like the prison keeps we saw in Shibuya?
Hey, it does. If it's the same, then maybe that's where we'll find our proof.
So when they say proof, do you think they're actually talking about cores? Looks like the entrance is right over there. Dang, these jails are humongous. Be sure to check your map every now and then.
This is the entrance?
Ooh, there's something written here. One must offer sun and rain.
What do you think that means?
You probably gotta bring in some specific items or something. Typical fetch quest.
Here's a line from the novel.
Right. Those orbs are probably what we're looking for.
The sign should have just said so to begin with.
Oh, don't be like that, Sophie. This is just...
Let's not forget this is still Natsume's world, however. This is likely a trap to deter the heroes.
Well, I don't see any other way in, so I guess we should go look for these orbs.
My!
I don't know how much longer I can last.
Something here's calling to me.
Don't.
We have the advantage. I say we take it. I will strike you down. This is it. Persona!
You're
Normal!
on their last leg. Don't let up.
I'd like at least a little more challenge.
Stop running!
We're surrounded?
Everyone, stay calm. We'll just fight our way through this.
Normal! Strike! Let us strike!
Quite a few shadows left. Probably shouldn't be too easy.
I am down. Prepare yourself! Get up!
Stamina's getting low. Watch closely how you fight.
I'll make sure this one hurts.
Only a few remain. Let's finish them off.
Critical hit! You're killing it, Bob!
Take this!
There's a bridge. Nothing we can do now.
It's a shadow. Stay on your guard.
Now's our chance to ambush them.
Weakness!
Okay, let me finish that. Is in sight. We can do it.
Weak. The physical attack won't work. What?
Take this!
What? Never miss an opportunity to do that.
That wasn't much of a struggle. Okay, let's move.
Excellent. I don't sense any shadows nearby.
How do I get up there? There's nothing that looks like climbable. I think I need to get over here. Actually, maybe I have to go around.
Oh, it's a treasure chest. I mustn't overlook it.
Can't get around that way.
I want to check that out.
Oh. Guess that was easy.
Shadow. Go.
I think we can ambush them.
I shall
What's our
expose
plan?
you. Easier than cleaning a paintbrush.
Oh, nice lead. Keep it up.
Doesn't appear to be any danger present.
That building just screams suspicious. Think that's our Shrine of Sun?
If it is, perhaps the orb is inside. Let's take a closer look, Joker. it's just as the novel said. The orb is a symbol of this. Once that happens...
Then that means...
Yes, this scene.
Why didn't you tell us this earlier?
This is my moment! This is it!
It's weak, but physical attacks won't work.
Persona! Persona!
That's cute. Still does damage. Got hit a bunch of times.
That was a close one.
Next time,
Checkpoint. Not yet.
Hey, you're that jerk from earlier.
Oh, right. Domu.
Doma! I am Doma!
Are you the one who brought us here?
That is my duty. In addition, I've also... If the Orb of Rain is what you see...
Yeah, bring it, poor boy. The chosen heroes are gonna take you down.
I am thou.
Nothing up with those weaknesses. Noir came in swinging for extra carnage. Where did that hit from? Nice evasion, Noir.
I will handle this.
Way to follow up, Fox.
That was well played.
Grand finale! Time for the curtain call.
Shadow eliminated. Way to go, Fox.
Take a look at my new skill. Did we get him for good this time?
But I was
Give me a break. It's the next guy's job to tell it.
my fellow fearsome orb.
The heck was that all about?
Well, whatever it was. We can keep going now.
Oh,
Wait a moment.
Yeah. Better quit while we're ahead.
Alright. Good, I can save now. I'm not gonna continue any further because the checkpoints could get taken away again, and I just will want to save. Alright. Oh, I have more bond.
Let's see.
Guess I didn't notice I leveled up. Alright. Yeah, let's get better deals at the shop. Yeah, that sounds nice. Alright. Let's save. Alright. I'm going to end it there. And yeah, I'll probably be back with more tomorrow.